Okay, then you guys are in pretty good shape. It's like I still don't understand how we have a 30-point assignment, which is a pretty big assignment point for
Yeah.
this class. Like I don't understand how we have that due
Dude, I'd rather just like
in
learn
1 week.
more about the Africa thing
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, cause like my brother when he was in MU1, like he said Mr. Haney like went more in depth on the Rwandan genocide.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting sniped this year. Full on Call of Duties up in here like this bitch just finna die now.
So how's your weekend so far?
It's been pretty chill.
Same.
How's yours been? Like what have you pretty much just been like hanging inside this week?
Yeah, I've just been doing some homework and playing some Far Cry.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
Can't ask for a more relaxing weekend.
yeah. Dude, the cross country practices, they're so insane. Like I can't believe like at the beginning when I first started practicing for cross country, I was like huffing and puffing at the 2 mile mark. But
Really?
now I huff and puff at the 3 mile mark. No, no, but like now, like because of like Corona, like I've had more time to practice, so I've been getting pretty good.
Yeah, that's the one good part about Corona. You're like honing in on your skills and stuff.
Yeah, like dude, guess what I got for my mile? Like a couple weeks ago,
What'd you get?
I got 5:39.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, but like for the cross country races, I don't think there's gonna be any because like, well, I know CIF finals are canceled, uh, but there might be races anyways. Yeah, like I'm gonna have to like aim for an 18 minute 3 mile race.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, hey, that's not horrible.
yeah,
Oh, that's a 6 minute average mile though, which is a really good mile. Like 6 minutes, it's kind of
yeah.
insane.
Josh,
Is he in the VC?
yeah.
Oh, huh. I don't know why you didn't hear him join. What? I can't.
Oh yeah, for English, I had a pretty fun time making my TED talk.
Really?
Like,
Yeah, it's gotta
well,
be a
at least
fun.
picking my topic. Yeah,
It's gotta be a
I
fun thing to make.
yeah. Oh, you're in the car right now, Josh. Oh, oh yeah. What was it? Oh yeah. So the topic I picked was Domino's versus Papa John's.
Really? That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah, and just doing Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes.
Is it like have to be like two comparing things?
Nah, I don't think so. It just has to be controversial topics. like, I was like, dude, I love the Papa, but like ever since he's left, the pizza has not been the same. Like
He left.
even, or like he was like fired for saying the N word or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, like in the interview, he was like, I've had 40 pizzas in the last 30 days, and I can tell you it's not the same pizza.
Ugh, son of a gun. It's gotta be a pretty fun thing to like do your own TED Talk. In Anderson, we're pretty much just like killing each other, killing ourselves because of how garbage it is.
Yeah, I heard you guys have to do like some poetry and song things.
Oh yeah, it's a whole like 400-point notebook.
That's really gay. Like, I'm glad I'm not an Anderson, but like Miss Cruz isn't.
Isn't
Really
too much
good
better.
Yeah.
It's like, would you rather have be murdered your entire year in homework or like just not be taught? I'd rather not be taught. Oh shit.
Yeah. And plus, it's just English. Like I'm not learning anything I already don't know.
Yeah, it's like we don't need to know better diction. No job interview is gonna be like, oh, your language diction is so good.
Yeah, and like no job is gonna be like, can you list all of the rhetorical devices? Like, can you
Yeah.
list like using similes, metaphors, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's like no one. Oh, see you, Josh. Yeah, no one's really like, oh, how many forms of like what is rhetoric? No, like most people aren't even gonna like be use an English profession in their life. Most people are gonna be math science people, right? So there's
Yeah.
like no point. Oh god, I hate this guy.
Yeah, dude. Like one day, like when I get a job, I hope it does not involve math, because I hate math with
Really?
like every bone in my body. Like,
That's a rip. I don't know. I think
yeah,
math's pretty cool.
like I mean, math can be like fun sometimes,
Depends on the
but like,
topic.
yeah, but like, I just don't really like math. It's just really boring to me.
Yeah, it's really like a hit or miss type of thing here.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't mean. Ow, I was holding shit.
You know what sucks about giving good gifts for Christmas? Like, it's gonna be harder to top it next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I couldn't really think of anything to give my parents this year, because like last year, like my brother and I, like we got pretty decent gifts, but like it's kind of hard to get gifts for my parents because they're not really into much. So like we know like they're not like fans of Donald Trump, so we got them toilet paper with Donald Trump's face on it, and a toilet cleaner with like a mini Donald Trump figurine on it or whatever.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's 'cause he's shit.
Oh yeah, do you know what happened to Fall Guys? Like,
Among Us. That's what
Died
happened.
so quickly. Yeah. Like, Fall Guys died so quickly.
Yeah, it was like, oh, Among Us. Oh, Fall Guys. You want to be successful? Well, first off, you just ripped off Hypixel's games, anyways. So you know. And then second off, there's another game called Among Us. It's pretty cool. You should hear of it. I don't know. There's just some things like this whole MUN project thing is kind of a scam because we only have a week to do it.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like, give us a little more time, like maybe 2 weeks.
yeah, it's like a week and a half's not gonna cut it, especially for like a big assignment that you're not gonna meet in person because of the restrictions that you have, like in life.
Yeah. Yeah, like 10 to 12 minutes of speech, that's quite a bit, you know?
Yeah,
Like, how many words would that be? Probably like 1,000 or like 1,500.
it really depends on how hard you try.
Yeah.
Cause I think my two segments are pretty good.
Mm.
But like some of my groups, like the structure that people just accepted is kind of garbage, if I'm being honest.
Mm. Yeah, but like in my group, like I think one of my teammates or one of my group mates doesn't really know what they're doing.
Yeah,
'Cause,
that's the same for me.
yeah,
Freaking. You have who do you have in your group again?
Anthony, Katie, and Ruby.
Ooh, oh, I can guess who's not doing their part.
Yeah.
All three of them. Oh, see a
Yeah,
rhythm.
yeah, yeah, like, I think it was Ruby that wrote, like, a solution, and, and, like, talked as if it was, for a conference.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that's not horrible. It's not like at least she's doing her part.
yeah, yeah, but, like, I don't know. And, like, as I was working on the script for like the second topic, like she started working on the same topic, but wasn't writing a script though.
Really?
It was just like information, and I was like, dude, this is for the script.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah. And Anthony's the only one with video editing experience.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean, I've used like YouTube's editing like once, but like that's it. I don't really know how to use it though.
I mean, that's not horrible.
Yeah.
YouTube's editing is pretty whack. It's pretty garbage, if I'm being honest.
Wait, what?
YouTube's editing software itself is pretty garbage. Like the way it's run is just bad.
Yeah. So it's due this Thursday, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
At 11:59 p.m.
Yeah, for my group it's due Tuesday because we want to get the extra credit.
Hmm. Wait, how many pages do you have down? Like, so I know, like, how far.
Oh, we didn't have pages. We just had like information, and then each person took that and did their own script part.
Nice. Like,
Yeah.
Katie's the only one doing the majority of the work.
Really?
Like,
Are
yeah,
you
I mean,
holding your end, or no? Are you getting carried?
like, I feel like I'm getting carried, but I've done a solid amount of work. Like, but, on, like, after Friday, I just closed the tab, and after that, Katie just worked on the script that I was working on. And I was like, bruh, like, I'm being out Asian by a white girl. Like, what the fuck?
You're being out Asianed by a white girl. Sorry, I just thought that was funny. Ruby's pretty sweaty, isn't she though?
Not really. I don't think so.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought she was pretty sweaty. Freaking Andrew's group is garbage.
Yeah, poor Andrew.
I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, I think we have about, like, maybe 2 minutes, I'd say.
Really? That's it?
Yeah. Like, I mean, uh, for my solution speeches for the conference, it's like half. It's
Really?
like half of this. Yeah, but like I guess we could just like I don't know, add in like long pauses or have an incredibly long intro or something.
Yeah, my whole part right now is 2 minutes.
Nice. Dude, I kind of feel sorry for Katie because like she's in a group where we're not really doing anything. Like on Friday, like Anthony, he was like, I'm sick and I've been in bed all day, and he didn't even work on the dock. And
Really?
then, yeah, and then like just like 20 minutes ago, he was like, "Hey, can we all start writing and like share a doc?" And we're like, "We already started writing on like on what the fuck like Friday." And he was like, "Oh,
Really?
yeah." Yeah, like what we have, like it's not enough. Like I think the trick is you just have to keep like adding a bunch of like just like a bunch of BS lines. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Really?
lines that you don't really need in there.
Oh, that's unfortunate. My group's pretty good. Like, the only person that hasn't done a script is the person that everyone in the group knows won't do their part. Like, we're like, you're a little bit questionable to have her in our group in the first place anyway. I've literally failed on the same line like 300,000 times. It was hilarious. Like, I was recording the script and I was like, fuck! And then I still have a second part to record, but it's just like a Michelle Steele ad, so I'm waiting till
Michelle Steele
yeah,
ad.
I'm gonna do it I'm gonna do it tomorrow because we have time. I'm the only one who's recorded one of my videos, which is kind of unfortunate.
Damn. no one in my group has started recording, at least that I know
Really?
of. Yeah. Oh yeah, so how are you doing your news thing? Is it gonna be like an interview?
Uh, yeah. We're doing interviews, we're doing like ads, we're doing like anchor people and stuff.
Hmm, same. Like, I mean, we couldn't really think up of anything else.
I mean, our group, it got so lucky that it literally, like, the two articles he gave us all of the, all, all the, like, it gave us, like, bullet points of the stuff we needed to know. Even though we still didn't take it, but still, it ended up being right.
Yeah. Have you only used the articles you were given, or like, have you guys done any outside research searching?
Uh, we've, we've done the articles we were given, and we did outside research.
Nice. My group, my group is only using the websites we were given.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like it's not enough information.
Yeah,
But whatever.
it's the articles he gave us are like the surface level. He wants you to do more stuff.
Yeah, like I asked him, I was like, Mr. Haney, can we do any more outside researching? He's like, oh yeah, you can, but like you don't have to.
Really?
Yeah, so like yeah, he wants us. I can just feel it. Like
Yeah, it's like one of those things where you get that vibe.
yeah. What? Dude, shit. Oh, okay. I see what I need to do.
Ugh. It's like the little thing. It's very unfortunate, man.
The what?
Um, it's like our two issues are pretty whack.
What are your two issues?
Uh, it's elections and like refugees.
Hmm. Yeah, my group is like one of our subjects is kind of BS. Like, I mean, it's about like women playing soccer in South Sudan. Like, I mean, good for them, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like,
know. It's like you can't really write a bunch of information about that because you could just sum it up in one sentence.
yeah. Yeah, it's like when you get like an easy topic, you're like, oh sweet, I got an easy topic. But then it's like when the people do better than you with harder topics, it's like, oh man. It's like they're really researched.
Yeah.
I like easy topics, but I also don't like them. It depends on the thing. If it's English, I'll gladly accept an easy topic. Like I don't need, and if it's Spanish, I don't. I'll take Sarah and a Star over Predator and Imperfect. You know, like I'll take the easy things and the subjects that I don't like. But then in like math, science, sure, I'll take the hard things.
Dude, in Spanish, like it's just like what Maestro Palmer said. It's just Spanish 1, but without the note cards on the wall.
Really?
Yeah. Like right now, what the fuck are we learning?
My
Like,
class is so annoying.
really?
Yeah, the teacher never calls on any other person. It's like the most frustrating thing. Like, she knows I'm the only person that answers when I'm called on, so she'll only call on me. It's like, hello, I'm not the only one here. I'm also a freshman. The whole literally predator means to predict. Like, what? How am I supposed to get it right, man?
Yeah, like right now in Spanish, we're just learning like a bit more vocabulary. And I'm not too sure what chapter we're on because oh oh chapter 2A. Like yeah, like my Spanish 2 class can be like so fun and so dumb sometimes. Like
Really?
it's just so easy.
Yeah, I bet. It
Yeah.
probably sucks.
Yeah. But I'm glad I don't have like the Anderson teacher of Spanish.
Oh yeah, it's Anderson for English is the worst like human being on the planet. Like he's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I was nice this first half of the year." And I'm like, "Yeah, cuz giving a girl who did a quarter of the requirements cuz giving a girl who did a quarter of the requirements 100% is definitely fair." Like
Damn.
and then I'm over here like meeting all the requirements. Like it was literally like, yeah, no, I just don't like you, so I'm not gonna give you a good grade. Like, okay, I guess. Well, not much I can do on that.
Dude, and I'm so glad I don't have Anderson because if I did, he'd probably like make the class work more because he doesn't like my family. Like
Yeah, he didn't
like
like
I already
Jacob
told you.
either. Have you already told me? No, you haven't.
Oh well, when my brother was in high school, he was on the tennis team, right? And
Oh,
Mr.
yeah,
Anderson was a tennis coach, and he made it an assignment to go to Boomers and write an essay on it. So my brother finished with like a C in tennis.
Why did he
And
make it an assignment to go to Boomers and write an essay on it?
yeah,
That's not exactly legal. I don't think you can do that because you're a coach. You're not a teacher. It's not a. It's a class. You're not doing. It's like your PE.
yeah,
Oh, but don't worry, teachers union. So fucking nothing ever matters. It's
yeah,
like fucking
and
annoying.
like so uh like my parents and a bunch of other parents like complained about this, and I don't remember what happened to Mr. Anderson, but like I don't think he got in trouble, but he was just pissed at all the families that like told the school about like him making it an assignment to go to Boomers. And
I mean,
that's
he
just
is a
one
boomer,
thing.
so you know.
Yeah. Like Mr. Anderson is like Mr. Haney times 1,000 for English.
Yeah, Haney's not that bad. It's just because I'm so used to Marino and Anderson. Like I go, oh yeah, Haney's. I go, oh yeah, Haney's not that bad, and my brother's like, yeah, he wasn't that bad. Everyone was saying he's horrible.
Yeah, like in 8th grade, my core teacher would say, "Yeah, you guys should go to Anderson. He's a really good teacher." I'm like, Have you even met him?
Excuse me, bitch.
Yeah, and like my 8th grade core teacher had such low expectations for my class, and we were in honors English.
Yeah. That's funny.
Like I feel like I'm in the dumb honors class. I don't know. Yeah. And in 7th grade, I was like in like the dumb class
Really?
because I'm 99% convinced that Miss Ward gave me a bad review because she didn't like me.
Well, she didn't like you too much.
Yeah.
She loved, for some reason, she simultaneously loved and hated me and Barcode.
Yeah,
Like,
like
for some odd reason.
yeah.
It was very funny, though. Because I
Yeah.
remember that one time when you broke a red pen on your hands.
Yeah.
And then the other time when me and Barcode were screaming at each other at the top of our lungs, and you whispered to Trevor, "Hey Trevor, can I get like a whiteout or whatever it was?" And then she's like,
Yeah,
"Cameron and
an
Trevor, what's
eraser,
so
yeah.
important that you have to be talking over me right now?"
And I was like, "Hey, Trevor, can I have an eraser?" And
Oh
he's
yeah,
like,
it was
"Yeah,
an
sure."
eraser.
I was like, "What the fuck? This is racist." Like, no, but yeah, it was total bullshit. Like, I felt like she had a bit of resentment towards me. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but yeah, maybe I just came off as a douchebag to her.
I remember she almost gave me a B in the first quarter, right? And so and she goes, and so I brought like the homework assignment to her, and I had gotten, this was been happening all year because I sat next to fucking Cassidy, right? And so, and so I brought the homework assignment to her, and I go, "What grade does this deserve?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, like a 98. You missed one question." I go, "Yeah, I know." And I flipped a page, and it's like, "Wait, what? How is this a 72?" And I go, "Because Cassidy's grading on whether it's a word for word or not." Like the fuck. Like there was
Yeah,
one time I had word for word, I forgot like the word and. I didn't have the word and. I put a like semicolon or something or like a dash. And she's like, "Nope, you got it wrong." And I'm like, "That's word for word."
yeah, like for a whole quarter, like I had to sit across from Jazzy, and she graded so hard. Like, oh my god, like it really dropped my grade.
Oh yeah, it was a fucking joke. And then then I sat next then I sat across from Barcode the rest of the year, so our homework grade was just set.
Yeah, like Jazzy, like for every single one of my questions, or for every single one of my answers, she would ask Miss Ward a question and say, "Is this correct?" And then Miss Ward would be like, no, no, no," and I was like, "What? What? That's like pretty similar to Miss Ward's answer. It's not exact, but it's pretty similar. Like, I'd understand if it was multiple choice, but it's like you have to like make a sentence for those questions, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I hated those. It was like the Jeopardy thing, but in reverse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, wait, so who's in Andrew's group?
All I know is I was garbage. Like, I was just sitting there thinking, rip.
Yeah, yeah, I remember seeing Andrew's name on the roster, but I don't remember who was in his group. And I just remember being like, "Ooh," and then you're like,
Yeah.
"Rip Andrew."
It was pretty funny.
Dude, like, I wonder what Mr. Haney thinks of me. Like
Uh,
he can read private messages.
he can.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Well, he probably would have said something about he probably would have sent us an email or something.
Yeah, like.
Like spam, 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 spam. Cameron has lost his mind.
Like, oh my
That
god.
was the greatest.
And
The
it happened again.
the one idiot that said hello. That almost happened to me right after I made fun of you for it.
Like, oh my god. Like, how the hell did that happen? Like, I didn't understand. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was very funny to watch. Did you did you look at me and see me just absolutely dying? It was the funniest shit.
Yeah, I pretty much screwed myself. Like, damn. And then, was it like last class you were just like spam, spam, spam. I was like, no.
Yeah, you're like, no, I'm not touching that. I just saw you turn and look at me like, why? Why have you done this? And then
Yeah, like, I'm now super careful of what I say on Zoom.
like our
Like,
texts, I wouldn't be surprised if that did end up in the Zoom though.
yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm messaging you through Discord because I'm not risking it on Zoom.
We texted too. That was the funny part. That was actually like the most hilarious thing of all time.
Yeah, but like, imagine if like somehow like fuck. Oh, whatever. I forgot.
If somehow,
Oh, okay, now I remember. Yeah, I remember I texted you and I said, imagine this somehow gets into the Zoom chat.
yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Like, that would have been ridiculous. Like, I'd be like, okay, I'm done. I'm done with technology.
You're just throwing your phone in the dumpster.
I'm going off the grid, moving to Alaska. Why so Levi? Like, you remember the 8th grade DC trip, right? Like how it got canceled?
No, I don't.
Uh, did you pay to go to the DC trip?
No, I didn't.
Same. Yeah, like, I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna go to DC. Yeah, and like, I'm not sure if people got their money back because the school was in debt. Like, how much were they in debt?
Uh, I'm not sure.
Like 4 million. Yeah. Oh, Reddit. Okay. So, looks like HB is losing an elementary school.
Hopefully, it's fucking Seacliff.
Yeah. Oh shit. Well, damn. The Huntington Beach School Board votes to close the school, oust transfers, and lay off 29 teachers.
Please lay off
Damn.
Mr. Anderson. I will actually pay you $1 billion.
Oh, but Huntington High is a different district.
Oh, shut up.
Oh my gosh. The district faces a projected 6.8 million deficit.
L.
Partly due to declining enrollments as families with young children settle inland where housing is more affordable.
L.
Shit. Enrollment this year is around 6,600. Come August, attendance will be down by about 500 transfers. Shit. On top of that, HBCSD projects an annual loss of about 200 new students living within its boundaries. Damn.
That's horrible.
Yeah, so I guess like I guess part of why they have such a debt is because people are moving away.
Really? That's unfortunate.
Yeah. But like what about the majority? Like
Yeah.
however, HBCSD is by all indicators soon to be designated as a community funded district.
Really?
So it will only get its money through property tax income for financial independence from the state. Damn.
I mean, I don't know why it wasn't like you'd find a district in the first place.
Damn. So before the overhaul, the original plan was to get rid of 12 teachers. Then with the school closing, the number grew by 12. Oh man. It
It would
nearly
be hilarious
doubled.
if Miss Ward was one of the ones to go.
Yeah. I'd be like, Miss Blimp is flying out of here.
I still can't believe we called her that. That was so mean.
So some of the trustees expressed skepticism about like the slower approach, which included reducing mental health support for students.
I don't
Uh,
know.
so is that like the school psychologist?
I don't know. Like, I'm dumb. You've established this.
Hmm. No way! Oh, one of the board members is one of the old uh, principals from Seacliff. She was actually pretty nice,
Really,
but
that's unfortunate.
yeah. Hmm.
I'm so glad to be out of Seacliff, and I'm so glad to be out of Dwyer, and I'm gonna be so glad to be out of high school. In 4 fucking years.
And I'm gonna be so glad to be out of school one day.
Yeah. I think it's funny how you go to school to get a job, and then you do that job to get paid to go on, and then you use that money to go on vacation. That is just life.
Yeah. You know what would be really sad? Like if I'm like I can't wait to leave school and then I'm broke and then I become a teacher because that's the only thing I can do.
Dude, honestly, being a teacher would kind of be so much fun.
Yeah.
Like if you were teaching science or something, it would be fun. If you taught English, it's like a death sentence, alright?
Yeah. Like teaching science or like history is gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, like teaching MUN, that'd be such a great class to teach.
Yeah.
I think it's funny how Anderson literally admitted to his college teacher not saying he was a good writer. And he still became an English teacher. He's like, yeah, in the words of my college teacher, Josh, you're a good writer, not a great writer. So you get this grade. And he's like, hey Levi, you're a great writer, not a perfect writer. You get a C. Like on this paper, that's 17 times the maximum requirement, meets every standard perfectly, but I'm still gonna give you a C because I feel like it. Like his class is ridiculous. He literally hated Jacob so much that he hates me. He sat me in the front of the class. He's like, oh yeah, Levi's group goes here, and he's like, he knows I have like actual like respect for people, so he puts me with I'll DM you it because it's just weird to say out loud. Alright, so what I just sent you, that's who my group is for like who I sit with at a table, and we're like right in front of his chair, right? So you know how Anderson is a questionable teacher. Yeah, so he knows I have.
You put me with the school host.
There's supposed to be an apostrophe there, but like, he's like, so he put me in that group because he knows I have respect for people, right? And so he put me in that group.
Yeah.
And we're in the table like right in front of his desk. And you know how Anderson is a questionable teacher, right?
Yeah.
You know the rumors that are facts, right? And so it's pretty much, it was like him like, oh yeah, your group sits in the front, and he knows I have respect for people, so I sat in the front. I took the bullet for people.
You took the bullet.
Yeah, honestly, in retrospect, I shouldn't have done that. You know, I was trying to be nice, like as a kind gesture, but the people were those people in my group. And then he goes, oh yeah, your individual grade, like if you do much better than your group's average, you'll get like an extra 5% than your group. He literally gave us the individual group grades on a group presentation, right? And my group was like 22% better than the second best person in our group. My grade was like a 98 on that presentation, and I got the same grade as everyone else. He goes, what do you think you could do better next time? And I go, nothing, because you never give anyone 100%. So the max grade in your class is a 98, and I got that. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I go, my slide was perfect. And he commented back on my comments that I put on the submission assignment. Because it was like a reflection thing, and he goes, yeah, you kind of got screwed. And then I'm just sitting there like, you literally said it was weighted. What? It was the stupidest thing. Alright, and so there's this one girl who was like, oh yeah, I'll do the MLA format, guys. I got it, don't worry. I'll do the MLA format. That's all she was supposed to do. She didn't even do that. It was horrific.
Damn.
He's like, your MLA format was garbage, and I was like, yeah, that was the only thing that one of the people were supposed to do. I'm not gonna say names, just because, like, I don't I just don't want to say names. Well, like that was the only thing that person was supposed to do. I did 3 slides. It's like, what am I supposed to do here? It's like, and then they changed my slides from how he wanted it to how they liked it. It's like, I'm trying to set you up here, and you're just killing the opportunity, man. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, and you just threw it away. This is an opportunity that comes once in a lifetime, and you just want to throw it away. Do you know that? Have you seen that Seinfeld episode? You probably have.
Yeah.
The contest.
Yeah.
It's probably the funniest one.
You remember when I think it was Elaine was dating a guy who was like always wearing an army jacket, and I think it was Kramer that needed George's dad to cook for some party.
Yeah,
and then,
and he had like PTSD.
Elaine's boyfriend started coughing, and he had PTSD.
that was so funny.
It's like the food is tainted.
Yeah, he got flashbacks to the war. It was so funny.
Yeah. You remember?
It wasn't her boyfriend. It was her. She was his boss.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. That one's funny. I'm trying to think of a bunch of other funny ones. The marine biologist is a good one. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other really funny ones. Do you watch Impractical Jokers, Cameron?
Not really.
They're so funny. It's up there with Seinfeld, man.
Yeah, you remember the one when Elaine has that Indian friend, and Jerry, he bought the cigar Indian statue, and then he's like, hiya, 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 hiya. And like he's going on a date with the Indian, and what was it? Like he said, yeah, I made reservation. I already purchased seats for us. Like you don't want to say reservation.
It's a show that's so creative. It's funny. It's like,
yeah. It's like, dude, why isn't Seinfeld like given more credit, but like Friends is? Like what?
Yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah. So I remember there was this one time, because we all know Andrew's dumb, right? So Andrew, I go, okay. Andrew goes, so I'm over at Andrew's house, and he goes, let's watch Friends, and I go, no, let's not. Let's watch Seinfeld, and then the title is The One, and so I'm like, oh, it's like Seinfeld's. It's like how Friends titles everything The One, just like how Seinfeld titles everything The. And he goes, yeah, Seinfeld got that from Friends. And I'm like, no, you are a moron. It's like, what? How did you get that? Why would Friends make theirs more complex?
Yeah.
Have you seen Cheers?
Cheers?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's on Netflix. It's really funny. It's the show that's referenced a lot when they're talking about when they're writing the sitcom in like seasons 4. It's really funny. After like the first couple episodes.
Ted Danson's in it?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about when he goes, Danson's making 810,000 an episode. Like when they're writing the pilot. He goes, how much you want to think for this? 50 grand? Danson's making 810,000 an episode. Right? That's Cheers. That's what they were referencing. It's extremely funny, and it's on Netflix. I've already watched all but the last 2 seasons. I just stopped. We were watching it at my dad's house, and he doesn't have Netflix. He had the other thing. I think it was Amazon. I think he had a Fire Stick, right? And so you got it free on there. And they had everything but the last 2 seasons. It was such a rip. was still very funny.
Oh yeah, for English, like my English teacher told the class that we had to pick a controversial topic, and I was like, okay, I shouldn't do anything political because I'm pretty sure the majority of my classmates will not
Democratic.
agree with what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Liberal snowflakes. Um, yeah, so I was like, okay, let's not do anything political. So then I was like, okay, what should we do? And then I look at my phone and I see a story on Papa John's Instagram, and I'm like, okay, I know what to do. Papa John's versus Domino's.
Why not Pizza Hut versus Domino's, my guy?
I don't know. Like, I mean, like Papa John's and Domino's are just like like some of the titans of the
I
pizza
would say
industry, you
Pizza Hut is above Papa John's there, brother.
Yeah, yeah, Pizza Hut's above Papa John's, but like you obviously know that Domino's has better quality than Pizza Hut.
I don't know there, man. I don't know. It really depends. It depends if the pizza you're getting from Domino's is good.
Yeah, like like from Pizza Hut, like the last time I went there, like I don't know, it's just like the dough was just so dry. It didn't really have like a very fresh taste. It felt like it was like frozen dough and then it was microwaved and then it was like frozen pizza and reheated, you know. But like it was okay pizza. It was better than Little Caesars, you know.
Little Caesar's pretzel crust is probably the best pizza ever.
Yeah, Little Caesars has some pretty nice pretzel crust.
Yeah, they don't have it though anymore, which is unfortunate. Like, why would you get rid of your best pizza? That's just dumb.
To bring it back and bring back hype.
It's still, it's good. Why would you get
Yeah,
rid of it in like a month? It's so dumb.
yeah.
People like your damn thing. Why you casting it away, you idiot?
Yeah, but like I don't know. Like I was thinking about like siding with Papa John's at first, but like cuz I love uh Papa John, you know. But but like it was just easier to kind of side with Domino's because Domino's is like kind of what's the word? Like it has better ratings,
Yeah.
it has better stock, you know. Like it was easier to bring up points against Papa John's. And I'm using quotes from the Papa John himself against the Papa John pizza quote.
Really?
Yeah,
That's funny.
I'm like, the day of reckoning will come. Just wait. Stay tuned. Like, yeah, the interview from the Papa John interview is just classic.
Do you have Reddit?
Yeah, I think I have it on my phone.
What are your favorite subreddits?
My favorite subreddits?
Yeah.
Probably like, I don't know. Probably like, fuck, probably like weird stories, like weird sexual stories. Like there's this, like I was, uh, I saw this, one, post where someone said, sometimes I just tell my parents I'm masturbating even when I'm not, so they'll leave me alone. So like so they don't know whether he's masturbating or not.
I don't know. My favorite's either r/memes or r/. It's there's what's I think it's like one where it's just the Russians like climbing on cranes.
Mm.
It's like, oh, sweaty palms.
Mm.
That one's a pretty good one. I probably have to go downstairs because we're doing like a Hanukkah thing right now. But I'll wait till I get called.
Oh yeah, Hanukkah started.
Yeah, it started Wednesday.
Oh yeah, so like, I was on YouTube like a week or two ago, right? And there's this like YouTube video being advertised, and like all I saw was in the title was Ben Shapiro, so I was like, oh okay, I'm gonna add that to my watch later list. And turns out the video was really fucking weird. It was like it was like an anti Ben Shapiro video, like about was it Ben Shapiro and Ellen or Elliot Page or whatever. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? Ben brought up some very valid points. I mean, like, you should say, or well, like, what Ben Shapiro's point in his video was that, like, the media should have said, Elliot Page, formerly known as Ellen Page, or Elliot Page, star of Umbrella Academy, formerly known as Ellen Page, wants to be called Elliot or whatever, because like that gives a lot more clarity, you know. But like the article he read, it was just Elliot Page. Like there was no mentioning of Ellen Page, you know. So like it was really fucking confusing. So then this weird guy was just like shitting on Ben, and I was like, okay, I'm done watching this video. And I went into the comments section to see if there's any like backlash against this guy, and the majority of the people like in the comments section were supporting this dude. I was like, what the fuck? And then there's this one comment that said Ben Shapiro is a monster, a fascist monster. And I was like, I don't think Jews can be fascist, man. And yeah, so like I replied and said, hey, I don't think Jews can be fascists. I'd say a true fascist would be, I don't know, Adolf Hitler, you know, the guy that killed 6 million Jews. But I guess complaining about Ellen Page being called Elliot Page without any context makes him a fascist. And like this dude, like he was just like he sounded like such a pretentious cunt. Like like he did not know what the fuck he was saying. Like where's okay, here it is. Yeah, so he said fascism is a very specific term, blah 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 blah. And then he said he said you are welcome to criticize any anti-fascist tactics, but comparing them to fascism just shows that you have no idea what you're talking about or are being deliberately obtuse. In short, anyone can be a fascist, even a Jew. Your smooth brain is conflating fascism with Nazism. Don't do that. Like, what the fuck? Anyone can be a fascist? Like, no, dude, no.
Oh my god, literally the funniest shit, dude. I got into an argument one time with this guy. He's like, dude, coronavirus is so deadly. And I go, I've already had it. I've had it twice. Like, I'm fine. I've had pneumonia 3 times. I was more scared to have pneumonia. And he goes, well, that's just your personal preference. And I go, no, it's scientific fact. Like, I am 15. I'm going to be fine if I get COVID. It's like the 0.003 death rate percentage is not going to be me. Like, there's a low percentage. I know my luck is horrible, but that it's not that horrible. I've already had it twice. I had it during that one day when everyone said I had it in Spanish class, that my yesterday. When I when I was like a ghost, I was so like pale, and then I had it because I got tested like a couple days later, and then I had it recently, but I was fine. I had it over Thanksgiving, which was kind of a rip, but whatever, I guess.
Dude, oh my god, this one dude, he just said a really shitty joke. In this video, this guy said, Woody once said, "You are a woman." I'm like, oh, geez, that's a really shitty joke. And then everyone's shitting on this dude. Like, not because it's a shitty joke, but because he's a transphobic bigot. Like, that's what they're saying. I'm like, what?
That was the one. You could have just made fun of his sense of humor.
They're like saying, why do you hate women? I'm like, this poor guy. He just tried to say a joke.
I told you about. Did I tell you about our debate in English class the other day?
No, you haven't.
Oh my god. So we were talking about our teacher got super off topic, and then our senior teacher started talking about women's rights. And I'm sitting there the whole time, literally sitting there the whole time. Bennett's texting me like, "Is this lady fucking for real right now? Are you kidding me?" So I'm sitting there, right? And so he goes, "Yeah, what does everyone think about women's rights?" So he goes around the class. It gets to me. Oh man. Oh yeah, yes. Right, and so so the person before me talked about like the women's pay cut, right? I'm sitting there like, okay. So, okay, idiot. So. Who's the richest woman in the world? I'm like, who's the richest woman in the world? And she goes, I don't know. And I go, maybe Oprah Winfrey. Nah, because she earned her living. Who is it? Oh yeah, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, who literally brought nothing into that marriage and came out the richest woman in the world. I wonder if I could find some similarities between her and the other top 5 richest women in the world. Oh wait, they all got their income from a divorce.
Oh shit!
And then I ended with, once you guys can prove to me that you can make your own money, then you could preach about how you're in equal rights. But until you can actually stand up to that, like, you can preach all you want, but nothing's getting done. Like, you're spending too much time preaching. Like, actually do the work. Anderson almost gave me a detention for that.
No way.
Yeah, he's like, you're on thin ice, buddy. And Bennett's just texting me like, what a legend. And then the senior teacher's like, okay, what about the Grey's Anatomy person, eh? And I go, it's her fault that she was an idiot and signed a contract that low. The whole point of a job is negotiations. Like, it's not the freaking contractor's fault that they went low because they expected it. And she's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll accept it. It's like, the fuck. And then I just got screamed at for the next 48 minutes, but it was great. It was a good time.
Total Chad move.
Oh my god, that reminds me of my fucking my Astro days. Oh, that also reminds me of my Marino days. Oh my god, I feel like this year is gonna be another meme year for me. It's gonna be super
Damn,
fun.
but like that was really good.
And so as soon as I said, what do the top 5 richest people have in the world? And then one idiot in the class goes, oh yeah, Oprah Winfrey is one of the top 5. And I go, no. I'm just sitting there with like a look of like, "You are delusional" on my face. It was literally like the stupidest thing. And I'm like, yeah, they all got their source from a divorce. And then everyone was just dead silent. It was the greatest thing. They're all just sitting there like, what do I say to this? And then the senior teacher's like, okay, well, Grey's Anatomy. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, that's just one example. Like, you're taking things and you're like magnifying it, all right? That's like if I said, oh yeah, remember that one lady who, and this is actually true. I saw this on Reddit the other day. There are these 4 girls who were like, oh, I also brought up prison rates and stuff, and this was actually a really funny part to it too. And I go, so there were these 4 girls, right? And they all said that this one kid sexually assaulted them. Years later, after he had served his time in prison, they admitted that they lied. He got nothing, and all they got was a small fine. He served like 10 years in prison. And I'm like, you take your example, I'll take my example. I feel like mine's actually better because yours just involves business. Mine involves actually like the whole fact that women can just say, oh my god, he sexually assaulted me, arrest this man. Like, it's like fucking
Yeah.
Of Mice and Men,
Yeah, like there's this I heard about this story where there's this like National Guardsman who like was accused of raping a woman. Like this woman like didn't even really know him, and she just accused him of raping her, and he got like sent on house arrest. He got like an ankle bracelet, and I think he got like jail time beforehand.
Yeah, it's like
And
fucking.
he also got like was a sex offender on his like profile for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And then like a year or two later, the woman fessed up. And you know what she did? She just got like $1,000 fine.
Yeah, it's like
A
ridiculous.
fucking slap on the wrist. Like, it's so not fair.
It's the stupidest shit. It's literally like, okay, yeah, fuck you, asshole. Alright.
Yeah, like I know like guys who were married and like like they had like a divorce, right? And their wife would just like take half of their shit and they would just take the children, their house, half of their money.
Yeah, it's
And
like, oh, don't worry, my children, our money.
yeah, and like this guy, he would just have to keep sending his wife money, but only if she doesn't remarry. Yet she's dating another guy, and she hasn't married him because if she does,
She loses the check.
then she loses the check that he's giving her. Like, it's so fucked up.
Because they could be like unlegally married. Like everyone, it's like, oh yeah, we're a thing. It's like a done deal, but we're not gonna legally get married.
Yeah.
It's like, that just seems a little gay, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
like I really don't understand like why people are saying that there's a wage gap. Like, I mean,
It's like,
if there
you
is a
work
wage
for what
gap,
you get.
if women are being paid like 55 cents on the dollar is what they're saying, like then why wouldn't employers hire only women?
Yeah, it's that would become labor, right? I'm thinking
Yeah.
the same thing too. I'm like,
That'd be cheaper labor. I mean,
right? It's like there's always questions that you can ask that thwarts the entire argument. That they just say, well, that's just one extreme example. Your whole entire one example is an extreme example. All right, it's not like you're bringing up many instances. You brought up one. I also brought up prison sentences and like crimes that could be committed, and that shut them up as well. I just sat there and took the hate. I'm like, give it to me. I don't care. There's nothing you could do this school year that makes it any worse. All right, we're already in 2020. All right, I'm just fucking saying what I think.
yeah, like it sucks. That's just human nature that there's always going to be something to be
Yeah.
upset over,
Yeah.
because I feel like if society doesn't have anything to be upset about, then like then everything's going to be perfect, you know? And
Yeah.
there's such a thing as too much perfect, and having too much perfectness kind of sucks because like there's nothing to work towards.
Yeah. It's an imbalance thing. There's always something to complain about, which you want to
Yeah.
stop. But then when things get too perfect, you want it to go back to the way it was.
Yeah, it's like there are definitely problems within our society. No society is perfect. There's like there's flaws and dark history within every country, but like you can't focus on like very minute things that aren't really happening anymore. Uh like the Black Lives Matter organization,
Yeah,
like how
it's
they're
that
saying that
that's
like black people are
ridiculous.
being killed in the street.
Oh
Like,
my
dude,
god,
white
it's
people are
ridiculous.
being killed more than black
Yeah,
people, you know?
do we need a
Like,
cops' lives matter? Because, less black people have been killed in the last year than the amount of cops that were killed in, like, the first two riots.
yeah.
It's like, do we need a cops' lives matter now, too? No, that would defeat your whole purpose, right? You need to shelter that to the press and control everybody and say, oh, you're racist, like, I am not racist. Like, Ryan is a good friend of mine. I like Ryan. He's really funny and he's smart.
Yeah,
He's
Ryan.
like my equal, He's pretty. He's like actually really funny. Like, he's a nice guy, and he's telling me how these riots are like so dumb. I'm like, it's like retarded. Like, and people don't know any better because they get their news off social media, which is controlling them as well. Like,
Yeah.
you ever wonder why you can only see one post at a time on social media? Because in the
Yeah.
time because they're collecting data in the time that you're on that one post, for how long you looked at it, for whether you like it or not, for whether you swipe up and swipe back down to view it again. It's like ridiculous how much social media controls you. Right? It's kind of weird, like how we live in a world where you're not allowed to do this and this, but then like you look at somebody else and they're just completely fine, like doing the same thing. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, so I think my computer just like froze for a second.
Oh, yeah. My brother wants me to have dinner now.
All right, see, I'm
So
probably gonna
talk
go
to
have
her.
dinner as well.
Okay. See you later.
See
Bye.
ya. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm not ending the video just because he left, and just because I have to go somewhere. This was just a video to like fill in the time, just chat shit, yada yada yada. This was pretty much it. So hope you all enjoyed and stuff. Peace out. This video is going unedited too, so it's an hour and like 18 minutes. If you made it this far, definitely like subscribe because I'd appreciate it. Yeah, peace.